Coach, congratulations on a terrific win up at Strom Thurmond, a place that you'd coach. You spent a lot of time up there. You know how tough it is. You know the kind of pride they have up there, what it's like to go into their place, especially when you're going in as kind of like the new kids on the block. And your kids did everything that you could have asked of them and more, didn't they?
Oh, absolutely. Huge performance by our guys. They keep impressing and surprising me a little bit every week, and going into a place like that, an environment like that, was something that we really hadn't done yet, maybe, and just taking it to them right off the bat and never letting up at any point in the game. A real big performance by our guys. Really proud of them.
Obviously, Cotrez had another monster game, and 287, 5 touchdowns, and just kind of unstoppable. I guess that's the best way to put it. Folks now talking about him being the best running back in the state, and well-deserved, of course. But we know about Cotrez. We've talked about Cotrez, as we should, quite a bit. But let's talk about some other guys that are getting it done for you. Let's start with your freshman quarterback, who, boy, I guess I see him just about every week out here. And if there is a cooler ninth grader that just seems unfazed by all of this, I want to see who it is, because as I was referring to him earlier, I'm like, you're little Joe Montana.
Yeah, Josh is cool under fire. I mean, we've had to throw him in there, and from the start, from that River Bluff game all the way till last Friday night, I mean, he's got great composure. There were multiple times during the game, Friday night against Strom Thurmond, that the pocket had broke down a little bit, and he just sidesteps people and then found our check down guys. That it's really a hard play for guys with a lot more experience to be able to make those plays that he did, and just great composure in the pocket with the Rebels flying all around him, and he found some guys. He found Cotrez Cook for a huge third down conversion on a pass out in the flat, and then he did it again for a touchdown with Manny Bright. Just great composure though, and he's got a live arm, and he's got the tools to be special at that position.
You have speaking of linemen, Josh Smith, again, terrific game for you, and he's a guy that's kind of flying under the radar, 6'4", 300 pounds, and he's a hell of a lineman, isn't he?
Oh, absolutely. We got guys on our offensive line that, they really probably deserve a lot more credit than they get, but that's kind of the story for the unsung offensive lineman. Cotrez is doing a great job, but we can't forget that those guys up there blocking for him, they're certainly helping him out. And Josh is, he's 6'4", he's 300 pounds, he moves really well, and he's definitely an under the radar guy too, and does a great job for us, left tackle, protecting Josh's blind side, and has done a great job reach blocking people so we can get on the edge, just doing a lot of good things. And all those guys up front, Tristan Brown, Dawson Rucker, Erickson Abney, and Jacob Burgess, those guys absolutely been getting it done for us.
You just when you think this team can improve a whole lot more, you get the guy that went down at quarterback that was your starter, Tyler Thomas. He's going to be back this week, and Tyler, who is a former wide receiver, is excited about getting back on the field as a wide receiver.
Yeah, I tell you, when Tyler got hurt, the first diagnosis I guess we received is he was out for the year, and so he thought football was over for him being a senior, and we got some good news here in the last week or two, and so he's excited and fired up about being on the field and getting to be a part of what we're doing. And and he played receiver before he was a quarterback here initially anyway, and we got him out there this week and threw some balls to him. He's got good hands. He can be somebody that can definitely help us out there going forward, and we're glad to have him back.
And how great is it that he does get to come back tonight, even though you're going to be hosting a playoff game down the road, but this is senior night. Yep. It's your last regular season home game this week on Friday. And isn't it super that he gets to be out there, not just, in a shirt, right, but out there playing?
Yeah, especially, and I think especially when you thought that you weren't going to get to do that. For weeks you thought that this was it and then this was over, and to get some news where that you actually are going to be able to do that now, I think that's huge for him. He's had a big smile on his face here the last couple of weeks.
I bet he has. Defensively, again, we were talking a little bit to Cotrez about this, that this is a unit that has really been overlooked because Cotrez and the offense have deservedly gotten so much attention, but you're really, really proud of your D, aren't you?
Absolutely. I mean, defense wins championships. I mean, offense a lot of times gets the attention and the media coverage and all that, but we got guys out there on defense and to get the job done. And Dylan McNatt back there in our secondary leads our team in tackles and has been a playmaker for us on that side of the ball. Jacob Wright, linebacker, second on our team in tackles, is doing a great job, and our D-line has done a great job as well. And Coach Cagle and our staff over there have done a great job doing different things, mixing up coverages and fronts too to keep people off balance. And bottom line is our guys, they play as a group over there and they play hard.
How's my man Darius Bell on the defensive line going, the sophomore?
Yeah, Darius had a good game for us the other night as well, and he's just a force for people to be reckoned with, and people have to account for which side of football he's on, or which side he's on, the right or the left, because he shows up and makes plays.
All right, Edisto on Friday, senior night. Obviously, the place is going to be going nuts again. And by the way, just when you thought, I think a couple weeks ago, you're like, man, it can't get any better than this. And it just seems like you were telling me the community just keeps getting stronger and more excited and more hyped up. And man, this is a special place to be on Friday night, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. I can't wait to see our crowd Friday night. We had a great crowd that traveled, 45, 50 minutes up the road to Johnston for the Strom-Thurmond game. Our visitor side, we had a sea of red over there, and I'm sure it'll be the same this Friday night. We have senior night, obviously, and we also have our Hall of Fame night going on, and our 1986 girls state champion track team's getting recognized at halftime and getting rings, and so it'll be a great crowd out there, and should be a good night for Gilbert.
Maybe I shouldn't ask you this on camera, but I'm going to do it, and I don't know the answer to this. Are you in the Athletic Hall of Fame here from being a player?
No, I'm not.
Well, if you keep going this year, you're going to be in pretty quick.
That's right. That's right.
It ain't going to take long, man.
That's right.
Good luck on Friday. Keep it going, Coach. It's been, to me, I think, and most everybody that follows high school sports in the area this fall, I think it's been the story of the football season. So just keep that thing rolling.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you, man.